Okay, so this is how I've been doing it. I'm sure, big tech man, you probably know a better way of getting a YouTube stream. There it is. All right. Okay, we're live then. All right.
Oh.
So we're here with
I'm Popter45.
or Peter.
I'm just noticing that's completely.
Yeah, frozen. I paused it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, we can open this one up more if you want.
Okay.
There you go. So, for those of you who don't know, Peter is head tech.
Not a head tech, one of the senior tech. The head tech will probably be normal planks.
Yeah. Okay. So, big in the tech. I'm terrible at tech.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mic keeps on peaking on my stream at home, and I've just given up at this point. So.
I could probably have a look at that at some point.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Planks couldn't make it. He is deathly ill. He's been ill this entire event.
Like, GDQ has GD flu. We have ESA AIDS.
And he's got a full-blown case of it right now.
Yeah.
There we go. See, we already got questions flowing in. What we're going to do this episode instead is just bring people in. We got two.
This is the grand finale.
Yeah, we got 2 guarantees of people, but then we might just start yelling into the crowd and see who wants to come on.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us how you got into like how did you discover the ESA marathon?
It's a really complex path that, as everything, starts at Minecraft. Because I ended up getting along with the crowd to the Minecraft community, which started to push me. Which I started coming across Zeldathon. That was a charity event, which slowly progressed to me eventually finding out about GDQ, and then eventually ESA Marathon. Started viewing a couple of them, quite liked it. Opportunity to attend popped up and thought, hey, why don't I take part?
And so were you tech at your first event?
Yes, I actually was, because back home I always used to do tech for theatre. So I knew all that stuff quite well, and so at the time, hey, they were looking for tech volunteers, so might as well try my hand at it.
So was that 16 or 15?
That was 17.
Okay.
Just over there in Fort Knox.
Fort Knox Arena, yeah.
Yeah.
The old home. I enjoyed Fort Knox because
the after parties were good.
Yeah, you could see a lot of the city as you're walking to the event from this hotel, which was nice. It was nice to get out and stretch the legs every day. But it just kind of made the parties a little bit difficult to get to because once you start partying, zero chance you're walking back.
Yeah. Oh, and the mass housing in the
in the I think it was like track and field.
Yeah, indoor track and field. I've never seen that before, but
a tip for everyone. It's against the rules, but go out onto the track and field soccer pitch area and sleep there. Less noise, and it's a lot darker.
Well, we don't do mass housing anymore.
Yeah,
so.
But if it ever comes back, there's a big tip for everyone attending your first ESA. So with technical stuff, then have you always been kind of into that?
Yeah, it's kind of stuff which my dad always was involved in, so he brought me along and teach me all that stuff. So from even a very young age, 7, 8, I was already out competing other people in the village and how to do that stuff.
I don't know. Do you have any tips for other people if they're looking to get into volunteering at ESA, I guess?
I'd say just ask about a bit and throw yourself into it. We are always willing to accept new people and willing to teach them.
Is that kind of what Etham's doing right now? Is he trying to get a crash course?
Yeah, I think so. We've had 1 or 2 people try out tech. Rasmuth?
Yep.
Yeah, we had him having to go at 1 or 2 stuff.
That's pretty good. Yeah. So even if you're an attendee here, you can always ask if they could teach you something maybe, and see if you're into volunteering for the staff to help out with the event. As long
as we're not running around trying to sort out a CRT.
Yeah, Link boss's crushed fingers.
Yeah. Rest
Poor
in
guy.
peace.
So, do you speedrun currently, or just?
It's the kind of thing I've always wanted to get into, but I've just never found the time or a game I want to speedrun.
Yeah, I know everyone says run your favorite game, right? But I don't recommend that because it's ruined Rockstar games.
Besides,
for
most
me.
of my favorite games are like all sandbox games. So
Yeah.
how do you speedrun Factorio? Train Simulator.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Yeah. If anyone has questions on YouTube, I know there's a little bit of people in here. They start flowing in towards the end, but if anyone's any questions, go ahead and
just need it
throw them in
to ramp up.
So, you don't speedrun it now, or have you speedrun anything?
Could you consider the 64-star relay?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would. What star did you get? Do you remember the name? I don't remember the name of mine. I just know it was in
Tallow.
Tallow?
Yeah, the one with the bird around the pyramid.
Yeah, I think I had that was my first time ever playing Super Mario 64 as well.
Yeah.
And I had Tick-Tock Clock.
Oh.
So, yeah. Threw me right in there. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, apart from that, no, I haven't really sped run anything prior
maybe
or current.
Maybe looking to get into anything?
Yeah, like I'm always looking like, is this a game I want to get into speedrunning?
Mm-hmm.
But
you haven't really found that one yet.
Yeah, plus I'm in a full-time job now these days, so can't really find much free time.
Gotta find something nice and short to run.
It's do I speedrun or do I cook dinner?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we swap out, or you have anything else you'd like to throw in?
Nothing I'm thinking at the moment, unless anyone in chat wants to throw a question at me. But before I go,
first game you speedrun, I guess, would be
Super Mario 64.
Be the relay. Hello from Planet Zargus. Other than that, so thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sorry, it was maybe next year we'll get I can think of some more questions.
No worries. I was sort of a last minute throw in.
Do you know any of the history of ESA?
It's the kind of thing I started watching with the event we do not talk about of ESA 16.
I did enjoy 16. I attended it in person and it was good. I don't know how good it was from home.
It was alright.
I did enjoy 16. I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Peter, or PopTer45, right?
Yep.
Close enough?
Yeah. I really want to drop that 45, but at Popter is already been taken by a Pope-ter.
Classic.
Who hasn't ever tweeted.
Those are the worst kind of people. Thank you for coming on then.
Yeah,
thank you.
Again.
Thank you. Next up we have Makey Bake, or Mark, who's attending one of his first events. I guess his second event. Yeah. Jumping on in. Come on, onto the couch here.
If you go for the shotgun approach with pronunciation, like just say it a different way every single time.
You'll eventually hit it eventually.
I mean, that's what you'd expect, but
I have yet to get there.
You've pretty much.
Oh well. That's why Mark is just so much easier.
True. That was honestly kind of kind of disappointed me in a way. That kind of it was a bit sad that every time someone came around summer, the last ESA event, everyone was like, "Hey, how do you pronounce your name?" And I would always just be like, just pronounce it however you want, because I was enjoying just hearing all the different attempts at it. And, just scoffing at whoever said make bake, because that's just lazy. Come on, that's just lazy. But then Ben always came to step in and was like, no, just fucking say Mark. It's just call him Mark. So
so this is Mark. He or make bake, MAKKEBAKK something. What's the last one? E, is it E on the end? Yeah. Twitch, same version of that, I guess.
I think I have this pretty much everywhere except for Steam. That's why I was surprised that those awful people with the friend requests, they found me, and I honestly
you were
don't
probably
know
the
how.
only person playing that game at the time.
That's a very good point. That is actually a very good point.
So, those who don't know, Mark is a Brutal Legend speedrunner world record holder currently.
Yes.
Simple Unit's stuck at the event. He can't break the world record, but I bet he's close, isn't he?
I think I have almost a full minute on him right now.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be quite the challenge for him, but I believe he can definitely do it.
Now, those who don't know, Brutal Legend speedrunning, it probably had the oldest world record on there for a long time with the 4-year long run that I think it was Simple Unit had, right?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
1:26:13 off the top of my head, because
So
there was a problem with timing. Because I remember, the one that was actually on the board was like a few seconds off.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always had it on my personal like splits table and everything for comparison, the actual time. So like I was always super worried that I'd like land perfectly in between. So like technically for the board I'd have world record, but I would know that I fucking
you
didn't
can't
get
have
it.
that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So with Brutal Legend speedrunning, how did you get into that? That was your first
That
speedrun?
was my first speed game. Yeah. I didn't write down the date or anything, but it was like I would just be like celebrating my first year of speedrunning. Like I started in February of 2018. Mostly watching KZ through just inspired me to like, this looks fun. Let's think about like, okay, if I were to start speedrunning, what would I do? Well, my 2 favorite games of all time are Jet Set Radio Future, if you're at all familiar with that.
Finger Quick would love that tattoo.
Yeah, no, I think
Have
he's
you shown him that?
seen it. I don't think I've ever really talked about him with it, but hey, maybe he sees this.
Maybe
at
he'll
some
see
point.
it.
But yeah, Jet Set Radio Future, but capturing Xbox and all that's a huge pain in the D. So second option, Brutal Legend.
Yeah.
And look up the thing on speedrun.com. It's like, wow, okay, 1 hour and 26. That sounds really impressive. Started watching the run a little bit, and I had some prior knowledge because like I used to be like really heavy into like the multiplayer as well. Like
Me too. Yeah. Amazingly, amazing. We were both, because I just remember the multiplayer just being you just spam the flame hogs, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's what I did. And I just crushed people.
I mean, I could never get into that many actual online games.
See, I played on release. So
yeah.
there was actually people playing it.
But on console or on
yeah,
PC?
on the Xbox.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever did that much of multiplayer on console. But yeah, on Steam I did. I had like a whole fucking YouTube series going where I was just like queuing up for multiplayer for an hour, and if no one showed up, I just fucking play against Brutal AI. But I did get a good few games, but it was a complete 50-50 of either I would stomp them or they'd stomp me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got into it through watching KZ I assume that's through speedrunning. You learned about speedrunning through him, or you found something else?
That's a good question, because like obviously I knew that speedrunning was a thing, but yeah, I was never really I never really watched much Twitch or watch speedrun content. I mean, obviously I was exposed to like the few stuff like Super Mario 64 that always pops up on YouTube somewhere, but no, yeah, I guess that KZ Through was like the first person who really got me interested in speedrunning.
And those who don't know, KZ Fruit is a GTA speedrunner. So going from not just watching KZ Fruit for GTA games and then running Brutal Legend, did you have any want to play any of the GTA games at all, or as a first game more?
I mean, yeah, of course, I just wanted to start with something that was as close to me as possible, because like, yeah, Brutal Legend, I already had multiple hundreds of hours in the game itself. So like, yeah, that was just a really good option to start with. And then, like right after that, I started picking up San Andreas, on which like my PB is awful, but I'm not at all in a mood to like start running that game again. It'll come at some point, like 6-hour runs. So
do you have a process for finding any new games? Because I know you ran like 4 other games while here. And for me, when I started running Brutal Legend, running it, what I did, I just went to the Steam homepage, scrolled to the bottom, and then I pushed the mouse wheel in and just let it go up and down for a bit. And wherever it stops, I'll buy that game and run it.
Wow.
It landed on Brutal Legend, and I don't know. It was good for the first like 2-3 runs, but then it just kind of, I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, because I recently became a moderator for Brutal Legend as well because of some issues, and because of a bit of a reputation that you have on online, I was asked to, look into his run, and honestly, I was surprised by how, there was such a big difference between you doing that run then, like the 146 or PB, and before ESA Summer doing your attempts because Brutal Legend any percent was accepted for Summer. Like there was such a massive difference between here, you were completely sick of it, you had pretty much no interest of doing it, right? And in this one,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you were actually enjoying yourself, and that was kind of crazy to see to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just because I'm burnt out. I'm almost positive.
I understand. Yeah. I mean, I had that with VC Vice City. Honestly, there was this big tournament going on in the GTA community that inspired me to pick up the game and really get going quite quickly, because I think my PB's just below a 58, something like that. I got a pretty nice sub 1, but I think it was pretty much as soon as I got kicked out of the tournament, or I just lost all my races. But still, I really enjoyed myself. But as soon as I was out of the tournament, I pretty much lost all interest in the game immediately. Yeah. And I feel like I'll pick it up again eventually, because I still want to get a better PB. I want to close the gap a little bit between me and English Ben, who used to be the big joke, haha, I got sub English Ben, and that was all pretty easy to do. But he's actually got a pretty impressive PB right now.
I think he's at 56 now, 54.
I think it's a 54, yeah, just 54, 5450X somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw a look on splits.io, you can set a rival or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little less than 3 minutes away from him. Because so I would at least like to close the gap a little bit there.
Yeah. So, do you? This is your second event. You came to Summer. How did you kind of hear about ESA Marathon and everything that kind of goes along with that?
Do you remember? Because it was through you.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I really didn't know very much about ESA at all. You get exposed to GDQ and stuff because it's so huge. It comes through on YouTube. You Google some game speedrun, big chance you'll get a GDQ run popping up. But I hadn't really heard about ESA very much until you popped up in the Brutal Legends, Speedrun.com forum.
Yeah.
I was that's really cool. I would love to couch for you and do commentary and all that.
And then Mark just ended up doing the run because I couldn't get into the game anymore.
Yeah.
And and at the time, I mean, Simple Unit still had the 4-year-long PB, which was world record, and Mark just beat him, and I just figured it'd be wrong if I were to embarrass the community by like that. And I asked Mark if he would please do the run.
I felt like I was in a bit of a weird position as well at that point, because I was full honesty, I watched it and I was it would be kind of a shame if you were to do that run then.
Yeah.
But then what is it? I wanted to give you this, just an open offer. I wanted to be as passive as possible. Just hey, if you really don't want to do it, then you can totally just we got in contact with Vatska and got it moved over.
Yeah, thankfully. Worked out in the end, I think. It was a very good run. It was well received in Summer, and it was well received at this event here when you and Simple Unit did a co-op run of it.
Yeah, I mean, at Summer there was I think the estimate ended up being 130, and my personal goal was 125, and I beat that as well. So at that point that was I think a very solid run. So I was super happy with it, and the people who managed to stay awake for it, because once again it was a pretty shitty time slot, at least for Europe that is, and then the people who managed to catch it were big fans.
So now that ESA is coming to a close, though, only a few more runs left. Any runs that you did enjoy that maybe people from that will be tuning in to this, I guess, if you don't know, the YouTube channel uploads all the old VODs. Any runs that they should catch on the VODs?
Well, from
this event? Yeah, from this event.
I mean, I'm hearing people go completely nuts over Final Fantasy from the second stream.
Yeah. That was an interesting run.
I caught a glimpse of it, and like I did a bit of a meme. I don't know if you caught that. That you know, we were all just sitting around the $20% thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I had a reading shift coming up, so I kind of had to leave at some point anyway. So I just donated for $20. You know, name Makabaka, description for Makabaka to leave the room. And when the text to speech came up, and I just stood up like, oh well, guess I don't have a choice. You know, like people were pretty big fans of that, so
that's pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you. And so
clever.
Thank you. So that was that was fun. But man, I don't know. There's been a lot of fun runs. Honestly, the one that I commentated over yesterday, was it Iconoclasts? I think it was pretty, like, I had never seen that game before, but it looked honestly really interesting. So like, in terms of like obscure things that maybe people haven't seen before, then I would definitely recommend that one. And I'd have to plug my own other run. It was only 9 minutes, but the Haunted Island of Rock Detective game. If you're not familiar with that game yet, very short video. So if you don't want to watch like a 2-hour speedrun that you're not sure,
check out a nice short one.
Exactly. Cute little indie game made by pretty much one person, like with the help of some others. But it's a really nice game. It's like casually, like you can spend an hour on it, and in speedrunning you can ruin your hands on it because it's
a lot of
spamming.
Hitting.
Yeah.
Turbo buttons in speedrunning, for or against?
Depends on the game, because for the Haunted Island, we have a separate category called script percent. Haha, not a percentage, I know. But we have script percent as a miscellaneous category, which allows you to rebind, buttons in any way that you like. So you can bind, for instance, mouse click, which you use to select stuff and skip through dialogue. You can just bind that to the mouse wheel, so you can get things done a lot quicker. And obviously, this motion, just keeping that going, is easier, is less stressful to the body.
You need a freewheel on one of the Logitech ones where you can it just goes.
Exactly. Yeah. I know, like, my classmate has one, and I was like, oh my god, all right, that's really sick. But like, I've bought 2 mouses in the past year, and I never thought about free scrolling. Is that what it's called? Yeah,
I don't know. That's what I call it.
Yeah, exactly. A free scrolling mouse. Yeah, like I hadn't thought about that before, but that would be super useful for if you're interested in script percent. So yeah, if you don't want to ruin your hands, there's that category. But I feel like, and I think the small community that we have agreed that it's just, I don't know, like the skipping is too integral to the run, because it does make like a full minute of difference, because the route is very set in stone. Like, it's all just walking stuff, and like you can get stuck on a tree, and there's like a sunbed on the beach that like you have to kind of walk up in a certain way, because like you can only like actually stand on it if you approach it from like a very specific angle. So like there's some stuff around routing that does definitely make a difference, but the dialogue is just way too integral to the run to allow for external rebinds. We all felt that way.
All right, well, I don't know. Any other? I know Tolly Too Hot wants the beach house question. What do you think about beach houses?
I mean, it can be fun.
It has its perks and has its downsides.
Exactly. I mean, I think that's a realization I had for this particular event, because summer I kind of went, I went to it solo. I knew I'd see you at some point, but beyond that, I went on my own. At this event, of course, I went with you, English Ben, and Noslar. I don't think I'm gonna get group rooms anymore.
No?
There's a
lot of the sleeping is terrible.
Yeah, sleeping is very hard. But I mean, last year, I keep saying last year. I don't know if that would
only a few
get
months
confused.
Ago.
Yeah, exactly. It was only a few months ago. But yeah, for summer, I made some jokes at my own expense about stamina management. That was very, very off, and I was definitely hoping I would do better at that at this event. But I don't know if I can call it insomnia, but I have sleeping issues.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would be wise to go for this particular setup again. You're all good dudes, and I'd love to keep on partying with you guys. But actual sleep, I'd rather do on my own.
Yeah, I don't know, 'cause yeah, I don't know. It was bad this year. English Ben snores, so and he's right beside me, and so does Noslar, and so do I.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, I've been told I do too. I
Yeah.
can't tell, but
It was bad.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm on the fence. I think I might sleep with Fingerquick. Might get a hotel room with Fingerquick next year if he comes. That's my hope.
All right.
As that
I don't know. I
Fingerquick does
I
come.
feel like you, especially when you've had a drink or two, and you just pass out.
Yeah.
And I sadly don't have that luxury. I can stay up for 25 hours, go to bed, lie down, close my eyes, and just not get away. That's my big problem.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've missed a lot of the nightlife here at ESA when people are up late at night.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I've been going to sleep so early.
I mean, that's kind of the shame that like we all live on different
Time zones.
Yeah, but also just while we're here, we all live in like different patterns.
Yeah.
So you're always going to miss something, no matter when you choose to sleep, and you do have to sleep at some point. Like that all creeps up on us.
As it goes further in the event, I always end up waking up later and later. And now I woke up at like noon,
Yeah,
which is nice.
For me personally, that was definitely a big help to because for summer I was just there as a runner, and now I've volunteered to do donation reading, and that definitely helps like kind of keep a schedule.
Yeah.
So you can say like, okay, well I definitely need to be at least some amount of I have to get some amount of rest before my shift comes in, because I think I have seen at least one person pass out in the chair before because scheduling's hard. Sometimes things go wrong, but yeah, I would very much like that to not be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What headphones are these? If I get Elgato, Tom. Hey, Tom. You want to be on this next? Yep. All right. Mark, you're done?
Yeah, sure.
Any shout-outs, plug sponsors you'd like to give?
I guess I got to shout out the KZ crew because I'm directly part of it now. The stream team on Twitch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where can we find the KZ crew on Twitch? What's the hyperlink? Is it just KZ crew?
I'm pretty sure it's just KZ crew. Yeah.
Alright.
Like the full name is the KZ crew esports rollerblading team.
Yeah.
Crest, or CREST for short, and yeah, that's the name. But I'm pretty sure the link is just KZ crew.
All right. Those of you looking to find Mark, twitch.tv/makeabakey, MAKKEBAKKE. Thank you, Mark, for being on the show on Ryedawg Chatterbox. Thank you.
Last plug: Brutal Legend speedrun tutorial on YouTube.
Yes.
Get it, watch it, play it, run it.
All right. So next up, we'll have Tom from Elgato here. Just going to be swapping people out for the last episode. Tom from Elgato.
Hi.
Those who don't know, Tom sets up these stream areas for the runners and anyone attending. If you want to sign up with the Elgato streaming area,
Yep.
I think you just DM Tom on Discord, right?
Yeah.
There's a sign up sheet in the ESA Discord.
Yeah, usually before, like a week, no, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before, there'll be a post on the ESA Discord and on the ESA Twitter. And it's just like a Google form, and you can sign up, say if there's days you can't make it, times you can't make, what you want to play, so I can try and get it set up ahead of time, and then schedule people in, and then send it around so you can confirm and just see what times and days and slots you have.
Okay. Those who might not know you or your background, how did you get into working with Elgato, I guess?
So I'm originally from England,
Mm-hmm.
and I moved to Germany about 7 years ago. And I was just working a normal job, and then one day I just saw an advert online on a job website looking for a community manager for gaming section. And it was for a company I'd never heard of before. It was in Munich. I was kind of looking for something anyway, so I just applied, went to the office, had a couple of interviews, did some kind of like tasks at home, just examples of like what would I do on social media in this situation, what would I do if I wanted to plan something to cover like a month of content or whatever. And after that they offered me a job, and I didn't know anyone or didn't even know the company before that, so it was all completely new. I just showed them that I had that this was kind of my passion, what I wanted to do. I had knowledge of the gaming area, what people liked on social media, what worked, how things should be handled, how to write in the way that they wanted things to be written, and just basically went from there. So then I was doing this community manager position for about 2.5 years, and then after that I switched into partnerships, looking after a lot of the partners that we have on Twitch, on YouTube, on Mixer, or anywhere else, gaming or creative or makeup or vlogging or anything like that.
All right. So I guess with that then, how did you end up getting involved with ESA Marathon? Were you into speedrunning before or anything like that?
Only in as much as I had watched people speedrunning and watched a few marathons on Twitch before. I had spoken to a couple of people at ESA, I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago, probably just after I first started, just reaching out and asking if they wanted any prizes for incentives, because before I'd started at the company I'd seen these things and saw that companies were providing things, and I just kind of cold emailed them and I was like, I work for Elgato, I'd love to be involved in speedrunning, do you want any prizes? And at the time it was still quite early on and they weren't really working with any companies at all from what I remember, and they just said that we're fine with what we're doing right now, and that was basically all I knew. And then probably like 2 years later, I actually through Morale, because I do quite a lot with her and Save the Children too, and obviously she's heavily involved in ESA, she kind of brought it up again, just saying that the organizers are looking for some companies to get involved and try and grow and expand a little bit. And we just started up the email thread again, and it was with a couple of different people than that I previously spoken to. And so I started speaking with Edenor and Planks, and that's basically how it started. So in the first time, which was summer 2017, I just provided like a couple of products for them to use, like the Stream Deck on the hosting desk, a couple of prizes. I helped them out with some other equipment for their streaming setups that they wanted to upgrade. And I just went for a couple of days to meet them, say hi in person, and then we kept in touch. And then they said that they were doing this smaller winter event, Winter 2018, and asked if I wanted to do something with them again. And I suggested that why don't we try and set up some streaming stations, because I knew from going to Summer there was a bunch of Twitch partners there and Twitch streamers there that spent quite a lot of their time in the hotel room because they still wanted to go live. And we'd been doing these kind of stream station pods at other events like PAX and TwitchCon and Gamescom already. So we had all the equipment in the office, and I just suggested, what if I bring 2 stations there and people can use it whenever and however long they want. And that was kind of how it started. Then summer last year we expanded it to 4 pods because it's so much bigger, and then back in winter this year it's grown again, so we did 3. And I hope that we can keep doing them because they seem pretty popular, and I think a lot of people appreciate it. And it also means that you can also invite some streamers that are not really into speedrunning but still want to maybe be part of the event through hosting or donation reading or just hanging out with friends playing other games, but not miss out on their whole community for a week. These are very nice to have at the event. I do enjoy seeing everyone use them. I know at Summer Joshima's was doing a thing. I think he was doing trying to get Royal Flush in San Andreas, and he eventually did get it, but it was at home. But he had everyone coming in. You know, you can get a good community vibe with it, with the couch here as well. You can just get tons of people in and involved with it, those who might not be involved with anything. And I know, and then the Poyo Poyo tournament was done at the streaming station. So they're very nice to have at the event. I do enjoy them. I've already got ideas for maybe what we can do for summer as well. Perfect. I was thinking of maybe doing the 4th station kind of set around a table with an overhead top-down view
for board
because
gaming.
so many people want to do board games.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I know. I think Josh did a board game here.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
Yeah, he did. He had one like the main camera up here, and then he had like another little normal webcam which he was just moving around and showing the game. And I saw that, and I was thinking already about it. So maybe that's something we can do for summer.
That'd be a really good addition.
Yeah, it'd be cool, I think.
So there's tons of products here from Elgato. I think you guys have capture cards,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the Stream Deck, and then the green screens, and the Cam Link, and key lights.
Yep.
Did I miss anything?
Not here, no.
Okay. Well, I've nailed it then.
You got it. Yeah.
I know. I don't know. I just love the thought of Elgato being here and helping streamers not miss any days of streaming with their community. It's very nice.
Yeah. I mean, personally, for me, I love being at the event.
Mm-hmm.
Now that this is like the 4th one I've been to, you start to recognize a lot of people. You get really friendly with some of them. It's just nice to catch up with friends and see them again, because it's maybe like 2 or 3 times a year, or even less, that you see a lot of them. But also professionally as well, it's great that we can provide a hopefully positive service that I think a lot of people appreciate, and that goes a long way when people talk about what they've done to their friends, to their communities, and saying like what we've done. And I mean, I don't like being super corporate or forcing people to do anything. Like, I don't make people add our logos to their stream or force them to do shout outs or anything. Personally, I prefer keeping it much more casual, and if they want to say something nice, then that's fine. And I often find that works better as well, and that people appreciate it a bit more too. And especially in the speedrunning community, I feel that quite a lot of people don't work too often with brands unless they're like the top speedrunners. So a lot of them aren't really comfortable doing too much anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems to work well from what I can tell.
So I know I think your first event was 17, right?
Yep.
So we met while playing the name a game in the platform thing.
Yep.
And you named only Lord of the Rings games.
Yeah, because it was like PS2 games, and I only had like 3 games on it, and I just couldn't think of anything.
So what other games are you currently played in the past? What really got you into video gaming?
The first console I had was a PS1, and on that, the main games that I played were Spyro 1, Crash Team Racing, and I mean, that was probably about it. I had others, but those were the 2 that I really loved.
Have you watched speedruns of those? Of Spyro 1 and
yeah,
Crash? Because those are really popular.
They are pretty popular, yeah. I have seen some. I'm still not tempted to do it myself.
Yeah.
And then basically after that, I had a PS2, but I never really used it, because around the same time I got a PC, and that's when I switched.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of Red Alert 2.
Yep.
But just single player, like making this huge base for an hour and then just like crushing your enemy.
Yeah.
Then I switched to Warcraft 3. Played a lot of custom games like Dota and Footman Frenzy and like tower defenses and stuff. And then I went to World of Warcraft, which was basically all I played for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I went back to Dota 2, so my variety is pretty limited. I mean, I like a lot of games, but I'll sometimes play it for like a week, and then I'll just go back to whatever I'm playing with friends, because I don't know, I guess I'm more of like a social gamer.
Yeah.
Playing online, I don't really do many single players or offline. If I'm on the computer, I'm usually always on Discord or something like that, talking to friends. And I don't know. I mean, I guess you can do races against people in speedruns or like speedrun together as well, but I usually stick to like Dota 2 or something like that.
Yeah. I know with I'm like the same way with social games, because I mean I played WoW for many years as well, and I'm looking forward to getting back into Classic.
I'm deciding how much time I have to dedicate to it.
Yeah, because it's a big commitment, but I don't know if I'll dive that deep into it again, but I really want to.
Have you played on any private servers?
I played a tiny bit, but just to like figure out what class I wanted to play.
Have you decided?
I don't know. I'm leaning towards shaman, but also I know they just get stuck into healing once you get the rating. So then it's really annoying to do. So I'm really on the fence with that. But I would like to play enhancement shaman and one shot people, like the old PvP videos. But I don't think I don't know. I might just go back to hunter.
Hand of Sulfurus and start in the Arathi Basin. Win Fury crits.
That's what I was thinking of. But I'm still on the fence because I mained a hunter all through BC and I got pretty far into the raid tier. I think we cleared Tempest Keep or almost did. But then I quit. And then I every expansion I come back for the beginning, and then because of my work, I can't raid at all because it's shift work. But I'll be like the #1 ranked for item level, and then raid hits and I'm done. Yeah. So then I just get discouraged and I stop playing.
It's kind of the same for me. I think for Battle for Azeroth I played maybe like 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, that's
and
the same.
then I was like, okay, I don't really have time to do this.
Yeah, because I don't know, it'd be nice. Like I might actually have to switch to an EU realm, and then use their time zones or an Australian realm. But I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to sacrifice the ping.
But then again, I know a couple of guys that live in Canada and play in like top 20 EU guilds.
Okay.
And
maybe it's worth it then.
Yeah. I don't think that the ping is too much of an issue. From what I know, they play with like 80 to 100, and that's pretty fine. I mean, especially for classic.
Yeah.
It's not that intense on APM or anything.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you for that idea.
Yeah.
Then I can play with all my friends from Europe.
Exactly. Yeah,
even better. So there was one question in chat. What headsets are we using?
We're using Audio Technica headsets.
Do you know the product or anything? I'm not sure.
It says BPHS1.
All right, there you go. Nerdy Retro, I think that's who asked it. Nerdy Retro also says Elgato is the best capture card brand ever.
Nice.
I do own an original Elgato capture card that I use, but I don't stream console games anymore, so
it's not the best for streaming.
There was a big audio delay that I remember that took quite a bit to fidget with to get it.
Well, that was released
so long ago.
7 years ago now, in 2012, and when it was originally thought about and created and designed, streaming was like not even a thing.
Yeah.
So it was made purely with like recording in mind, and at that time it was also only pure gameplay recording.
Yeah.
We added like the option to add your microphone like 6 months after the release. You couldn't add any overlays to it because at the time people just didn't really do that, or they recorded like the webcam separately and added in post-production.
Yeah.
But then in like 2013 and onwards, things like Twitch or Azubu or Hitbox or whatever that all of them were called, they just kind of like exploded. Internet connections got like 100 times better almost overnight.
Yeah.
And the product that we had made was trying to be used for something that we didn't really think about, which is perhaps poor planning to begin with, but then again it was a totally new product in a totally new space for Elgato at the time. And we quickly realized that, and that's why in like 2014 we released the first internal capture card which didn't have any delay, which was made for streaming. And since then we've got rid of any delay on all of our capture cards and kind of focused on the whole streaming space as a whole, not just with capture cards. In the last 2 years or 3 years, that's where the Stream Deck, the Cam Link, the green screen, the Keylight, all of those things have come out, because from what we can tell there isn't really any other company that really wants to cater and look at what streamers are doing or content creators are doing. They all want to be a part of it through things like sponsorships or events or tournaments. But they want to do like headsets or a new keyboard or a new mouse.
Yeah.
So, but they're not really like looking at the whole picture of what's on a streamer's desk, which is fair enough, because for basically all of our products you can't see it on a webcam, so it's hard to see like what kind of promotion you can do without someone actively talking about it. But it seems to be working pretty well, and I think we've got a good idea of what we want to do over the next 1 or 2 years. A lot of ideas we've had in the past which we've since scrapped and are happy we haven't done, and a lot of things that we thought would be quite good have exploded, and some we thought would be amazing haven't really done anything. So you just try, but I think we've got a pretty good idea. We talk to a lot of our partners. We work with people in loads of different regions and languages, and have like brainstorming and sessions with them, and get feedback from beta products that we send to them that they test for a week or two, and I think it's going pretty good.
All right. I know. I'm kind of strapped on time here. Although I don't think anyone else has this station for the rest of the event. I think it's just us.
Yeah.
If anyone has any questions in chat, feel free to put them in. I think there's one here. Tom, if you do make the gamer towels, call them Elgato.
Elgato.
That's pretty good.
We do have some Elgato branded towels.
So they're already made then. Do they already have names, or
No.
are you gonna call them the Towelgato?
No, they don't have names. Because we have a lot of partners, it's nice just to send them like gifts or something occasionally, something that they can't just buy on Amazon or something. A couple of months ago for Christmas, we did like some branded slides, which people really loved. And actually, for the Christmas before is when we did the towels. Just different things. We've done things like Nike, Elgato branded Nike hoodies, and we've done other things before, custom capture cards where they've been painted with their logos and colors and stuff, so that it matches their artwork and stuff. And
let's see. I know one guy's asking if ESA's ever been to Paris. No, they haven't, and it's really difficult to move ESA out of Sweden, from what I understand, because it's a lot of stuff you have to move around. But if you could have ESA anywhere, where would you like it to be?
Munich.
I would like to be in Germany as well. I've always
because then it means I don't have to travel anywhere.
And I kind of want to go to Germany. Everyone keeps on saying that they'd like to go to Germany as well. So
well, I mean, it's going there.
Yeah. I don't want the main event to be in Germany. I can't just come to any event.
Okay.
Thanks for answering. You're welcome. Let's see who's around here. We were just grabbing people right now.
I don't know.
Who do you think we should get? I think we'll fill out an hour here. We got 13 minutes left.
I don't know. Most people seem to have gone for dinner. It's emptied out.
Here we go. Gale. Here we go. Gale's really camera shy. He might join. He might not join.
Just give him a couple of drinks.
Here, come sit with us.
Come on.
Come on, Gale.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Thanks for showing up on the Ryedawg's Chatterbox. Tell your friends about it. Yeah. So we're here with Gale. Gale, very camera shy, didn't want to be on this, but we suckered him in.
Yeah.
Gale, go ahead and introduce yourself to the thousands of fans watching right now.
Thousands. Yeah. So.
When's Formula D? You just typed that.
Yeah.
I heard it's 6 hours long, but it'll be. Josh is doing something. Is Josh back?
Josh is hosting.
He's hosting for me.
Yeah, that's
all
all
right.
I'm saying.
So let's make this quick then. Maybe I can jump over there. 22 seconds. No, that's not happening. All right. So, Gale, everyone wants to know your gaming history.
My gaming
How did you get into video games?
I don't remember that. It was a long time ago.
Well, you get what games? Then how did you discover speedrunning?
I mean, I don't know, like in 2010 or something, there was like the Spinal Bros 3 task on YouTube, and I just saw that and I discovered speedrunning. Back then I didn't know it was a task. So, oh, that guy is good, and then I found out about SDA and watched some runs there, but I wasn't that much into it. Then years later, I was like, I found a French site where people could showcase basically YouTube video, and talk over them and draw stuff over it and everything, and people started doing like French commentary over speedruns. Then they did rush stream. Back in the day, it wasn't even a rush stream, it was just audio stream of French commentary, and you had to watch on Twitch to get the video feed.
Yeah.
then it became an official restream with video and everything. So that's when I found speedrunning again. It was in 2012. Then I was just basically a viewer back then. Then one day I tried some speedrun like Final Fantasy 3 and 1, and then Vice City when duping was discovered. I went really into it and trying to find some new stuff and all that.
All right. Odysseus says, Gale, on the day duping was found, did you also find a new reason to live?
I don't remember.
I know you're the only advocate of pro duping.
Yeah.
That I think I know. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the duping. It's really ruined Vice City speedrunning for me.
No, it doesn't. It's perfect.
Gale loves pushing games down. What do you think of it now, though? The 6-minute run or whatever it is.
The 5-minute run?
Yeah.
I mean, it's retarded to do, but you do it once and it's done. It's not something you're gonna play every day. It's the challenge of making the game shorter and shorter and shorter.
Makes sense. Do you have any plans after the event? I know last, I think it was, I don't know, when you did the 128-hour save, 56-hour, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was a big iconic moment on Gale Demase's Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Do you have any other future plans like that?
No.
Maybe GTA 3?
No.
Maybe you could find more duping in GTA 3?
I don't think I'm gonna find anything. I'm not looking for it, so...
Oh, Gale. What are your plans after ESA then?
I don't know. Maybe
Just
organize
normal life?
GTA Marathon, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
In April, like 17 to 21st of April, GTA Marathon. You can still submit runs until the end of the month.
There you go. Get your submissions in for the GTA Marathon. Nerdy Retro just subscribe to your channel.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna find there, but
You'll find something on there. Maybe Gale uploads daily vlogs. You on to TwitchCon Germany?
don't think so. But
I think Gale said he's going to... What was the other one? It was German speedrunning.
no, I'm not going there either.
Oh, well then.
SpeedCon, that's happened at the same time in the same city.
So Gale's not going then, I guess. Gale, do you know whatever that French name is?
Try to say
Decathlon.
it.
It's obviously Ultimate Decathlon.
Yeah, that's it. It's a French competition.
Okay.
There's like every season it's like 10 games, and you basically have to learn 10 games. Sometimes it's shorter category because of the formats, and then during every week there's like a tournament featuring like 3 or 6 games. I don't really remember, and people get points and stuff, and also like overall points you get for each PB you got during the season. And that's really a complicated thing. And at the end, it's like a grand finale and on site, and people win, and it's a great thing. But I don't really participate in it because running speedruns takes time, and
yeah,
I don't really have time. So
Gale's a busy man. For those who don't know,
yeah, and not really good either.
See,
it's
production,
yeah,
production man, busy. Well, Gale, I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. You think we should pull another person in here, or
we not trap someone else?
Who do we have? I don't know. Noslar. All right, looks like we got one more then.
Yeah.
Look at that. We're gonna get everyone on here. I don't know. Who do you want next after Noslar? What do you think, Gale? Well, Gale, any plugs, sponsors, shoutouts you'd like to give?
Nah, I already plugged GTA Marathon, so I guess I'm fine.
Hop in, Noslar. You're next. You're next, buddy. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Blanks is in the room, so you might want to...
Uh-oh. So, Gale, you want a headset? I don't know where they went. There should be another one somewhere.
I can only see 2 plugged in.
Yeah, I don't know where the other one went. Maybe that's it there. We get Gale in on this as well. Everyone's basically left at this point, though. This is for the VOD boys, I guess.
Yeah. What is it? 2 watching now? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This is such a successful podcast. Congratulations. I mean,
it's all about the VOD views.
How many views did the other episodes have? Should we have a look?
Like 200 to 300, I think.
Not bad. Not
But
bad.
who knows how many they'll have later on in the future.
Later on into the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those who don't know, Noslar is a Grand Theft Auto speedrunner.
Yep. One of the millions. What is this?
Hello, Noslar. You need to look over your shoulder now for the rest of the event.
Yeah. No, we can't, Gale.
It's muted, Gale. You gotta hit the mute button. Here, which one's this? 3? There. Should work now.
Now?
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
All right, Gale. Make sure to bash it all over the place when you're sitting down as well. So, hello. Basically, showcase of the best of the best Grand Theft Auto runners you could possibly have in one single room.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's true.
Winding down the event, Noslar, Grand Theft Auto runner. We've just been asking everyone regular questions here.
Yeah, go on.
What are some of the runs that you did before Grand Theft Auto, or has it only been Grand Theft Auto?
It's only been GTA, really. That's about it. Yeah.
When are you planning on branching out, or will you branch out?
I've done some clone-ish games, haven't I? I've done Watch Dogs 2, Mafia 2. What else did I do? A few others, I think. Can't remember. Driver as well. Yeah. Not doing that again. Oh my God.
Big snap on the desk on that one.
Not doing that. Not doing Driver again. That's for sure. Oh boy.
Well, yeah, we're just hanging out now. So anyone has any questions, feel free. Feel free to blast them in. I know the disc is bumping questions in right now. Hello, Nas. Or someone came over. Nas immediately SpongeGar. Uh-oh. So, Noslar, 2016 was your first event. Same with me.
Yep.
Room together.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of me, Noslar?
You snoring. That was
jet lag.
Yeah, the worst first day of my life was that at ESA. But yeah, no. It was this guy's a good lad. And
thanks, buddy.
We had to fucking endure that awful train ride. So
I gotta do that again.
I've got to do it as well. But
it's not that bad.
No, the seats are not comfortable at all.
This couch?
No, I mean on the train.
Oh yeah, going back is goddamn terrible. It's terrible going to Copenhagen because you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And you're falling asleep, but you don't want to miss your stop.
Mm.
And then you're like, what city's this? Where's that? I wish I had Wi-Fi right now so I could see. Yeah.
Oh, got a question there, right? Do you
wanna? Guys, I don't know if you see the chat, but I want to say I admire the patience and efforts you put into the games you play. I wish I had the same drive to speedrun. Nice guy.
Yeah, thank you. Also question.
I mean, all it takes is grind monkeying. Just keep on playing the game, really.
Just keep playing the game. Lol.
Yeah. The patience thing is it's hit and miss. I know. I've hit my breaking point a few times.
Yeah.
Smashed my keyboard a couple times. I don't know about you, Gale. You ever smash your keyboard? Noslar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've broken a keyboard or two.
Yeah. Few snap discs as well.
Yeah, a few snap discs.
Noslar won't be playing Driver for that reason.
Driver 2?
Yeah, that was Driver 2, yeah. That game was awful.
I remember that.
Oh my God, that game is bad.
Also, question, what's been your guys' favorite game to speedrun of all time? T-Lad.
Yeah.
Actually, at its peak, Grand Theft Auto 4 was so enjoyable. When when the cycle was happening.
Yeah, the 24-hour streams.
Yeah, Kyle would go live, stream, and then I'd go live. And then Noslar would go live, or Morphine.
That'd be Morphine,
and it would just be
me.
Constant circle of non-stop GTA 4.
24/7.
Yeah. Those were the days,
that was like, how long was that? Like a month straight almost, I think it was. Yeah. It's pretty good.
That was in the long grind of running.
Yeah,
that we all did.
That was when Kyle picked up any percent for the first time as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he was doing classic.
Yeah. First. He didn't do any percent until someone actually started doing it. Big up Ilias for that one.
Those were enjoyable days.
Yeah.
And then, but currently, I'd say T-Lad. Most enjoyable GTA speedrun of all time. Well, no, I'm going to stick with GTA 4 actually. And GTA 4 80% definitely.
I don't know, I think all the games I've speedrun I've enjoyed at one point. Like, Watch Dogs 2 comes to mind.
That was enjoyable.
Because that was like a day one speedrun, but it wasn't really a day one speedrun.
Yeah.
I kept playing the game. You know what I mean? Spreadsheets, Word documents, routing, testing stuff. That was like 3 or 4 days where I think I played the game for like a day straight at least at one point.
What was that co-op game you like with Riley?
Oh, we didn't speedrun that game.
Saints Row 3?
No, like A Way Out or something?
Oh, Way Out, yeah, that was... That was fine.
You played the games and you did the run.
Yeah, but I mean,
Next day.
yeah, but that game is cutscenes. We did like 2 runs. We did back-to-back runs. It was the biggest mistake ever because we never came back to it after that. We literally, it was like just.
I don't think I even highlighted it.
As soon as we left the prison, I was like, we're so behind. There's 0 chance for making time up here. We should just quit or reset. And I was like, no, let's just keep on going. Waste of my fucking day.
It was good. It was good. That was fun.
So Noslar is from England. Gale's from France. I'm from Canada.
Yeah.
How much hours a day do you put into speedrunning a game? I easier to go by week, I think, because if you're grinding daily,
it depends on, because obviously
depends on what's happening, what's coming up.
If you're actually grinding a game actively, then it's probably like a couple of hours a day.
Yeah.
Minimum. Depends on the length of your game as well. If you've got like a super long game, you're talking like if Kyle does it or Low Reset, where you
just do one run.
Yeah, like Low Reset's a primary example of if you're an actual committed grind monkey, where you play the game 12 hours a day for like day in, every day. Whereas there's people like myself, where if I'm actually trying to PB, it's probably like 2-3 hours a day, if I can be bothered.
Yeah, my PewDiePie grinds were about 5 hours long daily for 2 months.
Can't imagine.
And I think I have 121 hours in that game, and it's a mobile phone game for children. How about you, Gale? You ever grind?
No, I don't grind. I just.
You ever do runs?
Rarely. I don't practice.
I know. I remember Gale's iconic Final Fantasy 1 any percent speedrun where you go up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
That was iconic. That's a never forget one right there. Do you ever find speedrunning has negative impact in your outside lives, or is it something that just takes up your spare time and doesn't interfere too much? Depends on the grind.
Yeah.
If I'm deep in the grind, I mean, I don't go outside anyways at home. There's not much to do.
Anyway, so
Yeah, there's not much to do, so it just depends on what I'm doing. Usually my hobby right now is just streaming at home, so as long as I have something to stream.
Yeah.
iRacing's taking a negative impact on speedrunning, and if I'm speedrunning, then it's taking a negative impact on iRacing. So
yeah, I guess it's just a hobby, really, and it just usually fills spare time. But if you get suckered into it, you can.
Yeah, if you're a full-time streamer, then you're nonstop speedrunning, and I can't imagine doing that. That's not enjoyable to me.
Every reset's more content, though.
Yeah, if you don't PB, that's just more content.
Yeah.
How about you, Gale?
I'm not really.
Speedrun in your spare time? Not
really.
really. Just when you got really, really spare time.
Yeah, I got 5 days and I start Vice City and set up Ace and
Good girl.
Are there some opportunities to join the ESA production volunteers team? Yeah, if yes, how? So those of you who don't know, ESA has a Discord. Do you know the link? No. Do they have a special link?
I think
find the ESA Twitter that must have a Discord link on it.
I think it's can I find a link on esamarathon.com. Most
Yeah.
likely.
Probably on there.
And so, if you're looking to get into volunteering, Jesus, I got knocking a hole in the whole thing over here. If you're looking to get into volunteering, the Discord always shoots out at everyone's. If you're going to the event, there'll be, and you're in the Discord, there'll be an at everyone in announcements where they start looking. They're looking for people to volunteer. If you're trying to get into hosting, which is what me and Noslar usually do, I think they made it now. You have to do donation reading first, and then you get promoted to hosting if you go to the next event. But donation reading is fine. I mean, it's enjoyable. You approve all the donations that you think are appropriate. And for tech, I mean, Gale does. Are you lead tech?
Yeah.
So senior. So you lead tech, and then there's senior tech, or?
No, I think it's used to be called senior tech, but now it's just leader tech.
Yeah. So Gale does tech production team, right here, and it's about the same process. Would you say?
I guess.
Fill out a Google Doc and.
Yeah, just sign up and probably gonna be taken because we need people on tech. So get sort of shift and everything.
Yeah.
So Nerdy Retro found it. Perfect.
Good job, lad. Good job.
Easy DNAS. I stream myself, and to be fair, although it's a hobby, I did end up losing a job just before Christmas because of it. Do you find speedrunning addictive? I found streaming quite addictive, to be fair. Like everything, you got to know when to cut it off.
Yeah, it can be addictive.
Yeah. There's a point where you have to, put a stop to it. Just quit cold turkey, I guess.
You've been live for an hour, right?
Yeah. Well, just having people come in, really. I think I'd got once on here as well. No, he's begged me for it. Now he's out.
Big down on that one.
Yeah. Any other questions? Keep on coming. Noslar. After ESA, what are your plans? You gonna go keep on playing T-Lad?
Probably. I think I can PB in that game, but I don't know if I'll.
Goals. See, another thing about when you're grinding a game, set goals for yourself, and you never want to set them too high though, because then you got to make new goals.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I do have kind of a goal time in that game, but I don't know if I'll be able to achieve it.
What time are you looking for?
Like a 1:13 probably, which would be like a minute.
High or low?
Low.
See, then you're gonna want to get a 112 though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's how it goes.
It is possible, but it's super difficult.
See.
And what about LCS, like Odysseus?
No. LCS is a bad game.
No, not LCS.
I don't.
You could do in game 1 though, it's shorter. Like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's.
It's 25.
LCS is a bit.
It's like you do first part of Portland.
Yeah, I know. That's the worst part of the game as well. So I won't do in-game one though. But yeah, no, LCS is dead to me at this point. It's,
yeah. So another thing with running games, sometimes you just get burnt out on games. You never touch them again. GTA 5, GTA 4, Ballygatoni, T-Lad, PewDiePie. Just listing off every game I've played now. I don't know. I think I might get into running co-op with Fingerquick for Far Cry.
Has someone already done that, did you know?
Which one?
The new one?
Yeah, it's 3 hours and 30 minutes. The game came out like 3 days ago, so that means it could probably be like 2 hours and 45 minutes maybe. With co-op strats, who knows? It could be even lower. But I just want to play co-op with Fingerquick because it's fun. And I'd like to get a co-op speedrun that I actually do and not just troll them in Saints Row 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that. Who was it? Was it Jungle Cats?
It was Jungle Cats, yeah.
You did it with, and then you did the exact same thing to me like 3 years later.
What happened? I don't know what happened. Any streamers you guys like to watch at home? I like to watch Noslar.
That's what you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Josh.
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. Do you see his Most Wanted layout?
No.
It's absolutely epic. I wonder if he's still alive.
He's doing Most Wanted again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for some reason everyone's grinding Most Wanted again.
Look at his layout.
What the hell is this?
It's got a split for. It's got all the mugshots.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Do they get crossed off as he completes
It's
them?
got a split for him. So this all the
That's
time.
epic. Does it go around perfectly or?
I guess so. Yeah.
That's genius. Those who don't know, twitch.tv/Kyle does it. If we could host him, we would.
Yeah.
Gale, favorite streamers? You said pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Depends what's live when I watch streams. And
All right. Well.
we have a few more questions.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Did you ever have copyright problems on YouTube by streaming games? Yep.
Yeah, with Vice especially.
Yeah. Any GTA radio gets you the instant mute and demonetization.
But I don't think other games have that issue that much.
GTA 5 maybe?
Yeah, the GTA, but
Okay.
but other games
Yeah.
you can put them on YouTube fine, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how. Can you get copyright streaming on YouTube and playing music or no?
No idea. No idea. You're asking the wrong person, mate.
And there was a question before, but
Yeah, there was a question before.
How's the event going so far? I'd love to attend one of these in my life, but I don't have many that are hosted in England. There was one in England not too long ago.
Yeah,
what was it called?
UKSG.
Yeah, UKSG. That was
So there is. Where do you guys go to find all the info on?
usually
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Or
So know who to follow. I guess
Yeah,
follow
if you
Gale.
follow- if you
Hopefully he
follow-
retweets them. I
No,
guess.
If you follow ESA on Twitter, they sometimes mention it because a lot of the organisers
being streamed on
like
the ESA channels.
Yeah, they have. Well, actually, yeah. UKSG was streamed on.
Yeah, it's basically
ESA,
every 3
so
months. UKG.
Yeah, so
for each season.
yeah.
Or something.
So ESA does work with like other organisers of smaller events. So yeah, if you follow them on Twitter, they'll mention you've got your like what's the other one? Benelux, whatever it is.
BSG, Benelux Speedrunning Gathering, and there's Finruns as well.
Yeah, Finruns. Yep. So yeah,
Speedcon in Germany at the same time at TwitchCon. So
yeah, there's a bunch.
Weird. And there's also like a Swiss one.
Maybe yeah.
There's lots of European ones.
Yeah. But
tons of American ones as well.
Care about that, I guess.
Those of you in America looking for small ones, there's CaliCon, NASA.
Is NASA still going?
Yeah, it's
like
it's before E3 this year.
Oh, right.
Like June, I think. Maybe May. May sounds better. It's in May. I think it's in Toronto again.
It's also RPG Limit Break.
Yep.
Like for RPGs.
Smash the record.
Yeah.
They do speedrunning at that, right?
I guess so.
Not so big logos of that.
This is live, Riley. Can't be bullying people live.
Makavaki, we're about to see if he sucks at board games. We're going to play Formula D here. I think we're ready now, right? Or no, Josh said he had something.
I don't know.
Josh said he had some hosting thing during this.
Is there any stream?
He had like once this has an hour left in it, he has something to do.
How long did he say?
Apparently it's going to take 6 hours if we have 10 people. I mean, we have nothing else to do tonight anyway, so. Definitely get following them. It's proper fascinating to see old PS1 games I've played as a kid ran stupidly quick.
Yeah,
I think right now we have Twilight Princess, and then it's...
No idea what's after that. Cuphead, is it? Is it the last
No,
game?
that's not the last. There's one before that. Right?
You should have the schedule open on there.
Yeah, that'd be nice to have, but I'm not going to open it. You want me to open it? We'll check. We'll see what we have left here. Keep those questions coming. I mean, once there's no questions, probably just turn this off.
So enthusiastic, Riley. I love it. Look at how long that schedule is there.
It's Trojan's Run.
No, that's Stream 2, lads. Come on, buddy. There you go.
Oh, it's Cuphead and then Cuphead.
It's Mario 3 first.
Mario 3. Why is Cuphead twice?
Because it was an incentive for...
Oh, yeah, I got you. All right, well, that's interesting. Yeah. So, I don't know. Anything else? Oh, yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, click back there. Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
Question, speedrunning aside, can you all name one hidden gem game on any console that you think is underrated? Console.
Hidden gem.
Console. I don't know. I have...
Champion Wars is pretty underrated, I think.
Yeah,
it's
but...
a good game, and
isn't
people
it
just never played it because, it was on the S. So
yeah. Chinatown Wars is actually pretty damn good.
Never played it.
Get up, boys! Everyone, let's go!
Apparently everyone has to get up.
There's a lot of shouting going on.
Yeah, there's a...
Thankfully, we're sitting down. We have excuses not to stand.
There's a 25%...
What are they doing, YMCA?
There's a 25% incentive on the stream at the moment to get people to donate. And basically, as you can see, people are doing...
It's going to smell like a smash room in here soon.
So it's... Yeah, so it's kind of getting... You can donate and people will do whatever the...
Yeah, there's
basically
winding down here. There's not many incentives left, so I guess it's just going to be meme central.
Yeah.
Which is good. Good memes.
Good memes.
That's pretty much it. And Nintendogs.
Oh, Nintendogs was a bit of a meme.
Can you speedrun? You can speedrun that probably.
I don't know.
Does it have an end?
Potentially.
Oh well. Yeah. So
there's a question about PAL games. So yeah, there's no really PAL speedrun community. Just get the faster version you can find. So
yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, with any like in.
Oh, we got another.
Crash Bandicoot, I
another
believe.
Jumping jack thing here, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, in Crash you've got, I can't remember which one it is, but for 1, 2 and 3 they're all, each game has a different region that's faster, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So I believe, I can't remember which ones it is now, but like for instance, I think the third one's faster on PAL, the second one's faster on Japanese.
I mean, this one game is even weirder because you got the fast D speed and
the speed,
PS2 a lot faster.
Yeah.
Really weird. So
all that stuff, but that's usually mentioned in the rules anyway, really. For the given ones. 2 records for Nintendogs, so you can speedrun it.
There you go then.
Yeah.
It does have an end. Well, I don't know. Plans after ESA? Did we go over that already?
Yeah, we've mentioned that.
Yeah. All right.
gonna,
Then.
After your plan, after
Yeah,
ESA.
what's your plans, Ray?
I don't know. Far Cry with co-op. Far Cry co-op with Finger Quick.
Yeah.
More iRacing.
More iRacing.
Yeah. Try and get into here's Link Boss. Go ahead and show your fingers on stream. Famous fingers. Crushed by CRT monitors.
Pushed by your door handle.
There you go. He can't. The injuries are brutal here at ESA.
There we go. Ooh,
there you go. Ouch. Yeah, probably iRacing and that new Far Cry game. I don't know. Me and Finger are gonna need to finish so many co-op games that we started and never stop.
Crackdown's co-op.
Yeah, but it's I don't have Windows 10, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Windows 10's a joke. Shovelware. But yeah, I think that's it. The final episode of Ryedawg's Chatterbox.
Nice.
Maybe it'll come back.
It's like the old days.
I got hitting me. I did nothing. I got shaken so much. You put the monitor into the frame here.
Yeah, you can see the corner of the monitor now. It's fine. It's fine.
Well,
Ryedawg's scuffed Chatterbox now.
Yeah. Oh well. So thanks to all the guests I had on.
Are you gonna do this at summer? Do you know?
If they ask me to.
It's a shame Plank's gonna be on.
Yeah. Shame Planks couldn't make it, but oh well. So thanks everyone. Signing off here on the final episode of ESA Winter 2019. Ryedawg's Chatterbox. Goodbye everyone. Maybe it'll come back if Planks is watching. I'd love to do it again. It was pretty enjoyable. So goodbye everyone.
Bye bye.